Hello, everybody. This is Edward Ashley, talking about keeping me accountable in real estate. Today I'm working on my letters that I'm going to be putting on these houses that I drive for dollars, but I'm also waiting for my paperwork, which I thought I was going to get yesterday, to start. Oh, sorry, the short sale on this house that I thought I lost Friday, and the paperwork's not ready yet. So I'm putting these in envelopes. You got to go get my notebook, get my tape, so we'll tape these on the doors of the houses and then take the addresses of those houses and then skip trace them, which is finding the owners and finding their phone numbers so I can that excuse me, then call them as well. So and then I'll be so they're going to get three pieces from the piece on the door, the letter to the house, and then they're also going to get my phone call. So we'll be hitting them from three sides, and I think this will be, this one idea I think is going to help me a lot because most of the people doing what I'm doing are lazy. Most of us are lazy. So like I said, I don't have a lot on the real estate side, but something occurred to me. As I'm going through this, I realized I'm becoming somebody else, and what I mean by that is, I've been scared to death my whole life. I've been basically, a punk. Okay, and I should say my whole life, but one of the things that caused me to join the Marine Corps, and actually before that, even getting involved, I was never in a gang, but getting involved with some really, really dangerous people and starting to become like them was that I was always, this shy, bashful kid who was scared, always scared. Yeah, I'm from New York, but I was scared. Didn't mean it. You pull a gun at somebody, you're still scared. Doesn't mean, but you act brave and you act bold. And one thing the Marine Corps gave me was a group of guys, similar but together. We became like a really. It was cool because you knew you could accomplish things together, whether you're talking about war, or whether you're talking about just whatever you're doing on the base or off base. You had your back. Somebody had your back. And prior to that, I had a couple friends who had my back. And then coming out of that, then you have family who says, "You'll never make it. You'll never make it." Then you come out of boot camp. Oh, he made it. And I didn't realize the potential I had. And what I look back and saw the times when I failed, and my superiors said, "We thought you were going to be number one." And I'm thinking, what are you talking about? Why would I be number one? But they saw things in me that my family didn't see in me. They saw things in me that my mother and father didn't see in me. You know what I'm saying? So me living here in Spokane, Washington has been the best thing for me because, like I said in another video, my mother said to me, "You'll never make it in this." And again, it's not because she was trying to hold me back. She's trying to spare me from the failure that we have to succeed. And that failure is not really failure. It's a matter of, if we don't know what doesn't work, if everything we did worked, you know, uh, we get spoiled. We get prideful. We'd forget where we come from, and a lot of us do that anyway. We make it happen. Well, I pulled up from the bootstraps, and I made it. Why can't you make it? And it's true. Every one of us can make it. Anthony Robbins says, what we can do is absolutely amazing. What we will do is usually something different. Every one of us was created in an amazing way that if we actually live to our potential, this whole planet would be completely different. Completely. If every one of us lived to our full potential in a positive, this planet would be completely different. Problem is, I mean, you look at, I don't care what news, whether you're talking about Fox or CNN, all of it is degrading to us all of it. All of it's degrading to us. It all puts us down. It all pits us against one another. If you're not on the right, you're a mess. If you're not on the left, you're a mess. And both sides are exactly the same, just opposite sides of the same coin. Yeah, I know I just pissed some people off. Tough, tough. But if you say the Democrats are a problem or the Republicans are a problem, you're missing the problem. It's not the problem. This is a sinful world. You know what I'm saying? There's a power behind it all that doesn't want us, that wants us dead, doesn't want us to survive, wants us to kill each other. Even in politics, we're looking at Republicans and Democrats, and there's a power behind the throne who doesn't care who leads as long as they're pulling the strings. You know what I'm saying? And then we look at our own lives and we believe that we're in the matrix. We literally are in the matrix because we're believing the crap that we're told from either side. And we're not living our full lives now. We're not living our full lives now. So I don't get involved in politics at all. Yeah, I vote, but I usually don't vote for either the left or the right. I'm usually voting for somebody else because I don't believe either one has the answer. And they don't. They don't have the answer. The answer is found in your spiritual life. You know what I'm saying? I know it's talking about preaching and stuff, but it's real. I come from a background of addiction. I'm a recovering addict, and I've struggled for a long time. And today, my biggest gift is my addiction because I get to relate to people I never would have related to before. I get to watch miracles happen on a daily basis. Yes, I still go to meetings. Yes, I still have a. Yes, I do those things. I know this is about me staying accountable in real estate, but if I'm going to be honest, my my rise in this, as I succeed in this, I have to always come back to how this all started. The fact that I worship a God who's pulled me out of my addiction, okay, and has give me back my brain so I can actually do it, and gave me the guts. It took me 18 years of staying clean to have the guts to walk away from that to do what I really want to do. I said, well, that's all. That's all about money and all that. No, there's a lot of money to be made, but the real truth is, there's a ministry I want to be part of, and in my recovery community I want to be part of. The last, since I've been on the road, I've been part of my recovery community all around the country, but not here. I've been living in Spokane for 30 years, and I've never been to my recovery convention here in Washington State. Never. I've been to 5 conventions in Utah. I've been to conventions in Texas, in Florida. Never here. I've been here 30 years, never once. I get to be part of that this year. So for me, doing real estate gives me the freedom to actually do the things I really want to do, that matter to me, that help me grow and help other people. Whatever it is you're doing, the bottom line is we're supposed to help other people. And it's not about giving stuff away, but it's giving our time. The most valuable thing we have is our time. When we give our time, invest our time in others. It doesn't always mean they're going to get it. But in recovery, we say if we don't give it away, we can't keep it. So this real estate thing for me is about growing my recovery. Yes, financial recovery too, but having the freedom to really do what I believe God put me here to do. So what did God put you here to do? What are you here? What are you actually here to do? What's your purpose? Why are you here? Why are you on this planet? And when you discover that, I promise you, it will scare the hell out of you. It really will. Because you're not going to know. And we worry about how do we get there. Forget that. That's none of our business. We got to focus. We got to get that dream. Look down the road. This is where I want to be. 5, 10, 15, 20, whatever it is. This is where I want to be. Now, what I need to do now to get there. And you'll be given one step after the other. And when we truly believe. So you have a thing called the reticular activating system. Okay? And we wonder why we can't get what we want. You hear the law of attraction. I don't believe in the law of attraction. Okay, fine. But there's a verse in the Bible. Yeah, I went back there. Where the centurion said, my servant is sick. Would you heal him? And he says, I'll come. So you don't need to come. Just speak the word. And then Jesus said, as you believe, so shall it be done unto you. I've not seen a faith like this in Israel. That's the law of attraction. And when you go back to quantum physics and you get into the law of attraction, it's not what we want that we get. It's what we focus on. Again, the reticular activating system is an amazing system that we've been given. We take in 6 billion bits of information 4 billion bits of information every second. We can only process 2,000. So how do we, otherwise we'd all go nuts. Our brains blow up and we're done. We just pass out. We die. Literally. So how does our brain process decide what information we get? It's based on what we focus on. If we're focused on how bad things are, guess what? A reticular activator says, they want more of that. Real or imagined, they want more of that. If we're asking the question, why am I such a piece of crap? The reticular activator says, you want okay, here you go. Real or imagined, true or false, it'll pull up all that every time your mom or your dad, your brother, your sister, your neighbor, the government, the police, or whatever said you were a piece of garbage, and it'll bring that to prove to you why you're garbage. Same time, so if we have to lie to ourselves, this is what I say, if you have to lie to yourself in a way that serves you, because you're not going to believe the truth. You're going to think the truth is a lie, and you think the lie is the truth. You're not garbage. We were never created to be garbage. We weren't put here to suffer. We were not put here to be, we're amazing beings. We're amazing beings. And so as we learn to live up to that, it becomes mind blowing. And the reason most of us live below that is because we've been told our whole lives, and we believe the lie. We believe the lie. That's why I say, if you have to lie to yourself, at least lie in such a way that it serves you. We look at people who say, I actually can do this. I can do this. I have the capacity, and it's like, that's impossible. And then they do it, and we go, oh, they're lucky. No, they actually were believing the truth before it became evident. The people who succeed know where they're going. They don't know how they get there, but they know where they're going. And when you know where you're going, and you focus on that, you have to focus on it as if you already have received. That's the hard part. It's like you look forward and say, yeah, I'm there. Wow. And you sit back and you have to every day take a little time and say, what's it feel like to be there? And then, yes, I'm there. It's mine. And then you act as if, and you do the next right thing as if it's already done. And we fail a lot, but we fail forward. And every time we get set, it seems like a setback, but we're actually being pushed forward, because every time it doesn't bring us down, and we get more excited. Yeah, I see it. We get more excited. We get pulled in that direction. So I know today was a little bit different thing, but I just felt that I had to talk about that today, because so many of us, I know some beautiful people, some really, really beautiful men and women, beautiful people who think they're less than, who don't believe that they actually are the beautiful beings. And I don't mean just fit. I mean through and through and through. Beautiful. I have a friend. I call her my sister. And she doesn't realize how beautiful she is all the way through. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't realize her capacity for love and kindness that she exudes. I just love being in her presence. And every so often, I just have to go to dinner and sit down, and I just have to be there, because I get recharged being around her. I have other friends too. They think that, and now she doesn't think she's garbage, but she has no idea how much further down the road she is than she thinks she is. You know what I'm saying? And I have some other friends who and myself. I have to include me in. I didn't realize that I had the capacity for the leadership that I've been given. And, I'm kind of a reluctant leader, because I don't believe that I am that, but people keep throwing that on me. It's like, okay, maybe, but I realize while it may be a gift, it's one I have to hone, I have to learn into, and I'm not all that. The reason it's happening is because there's a God working through me for all that, and as long as I remember that, I'll be effective. And that's one of the things in my. I don't do affirmations as such. I ask questions. Some people they look in the mirror, and I do have my stuff in the mirror. We go, I'm healthy, I'm this and that, I'm wealthy, da da da. I go, why am I so wealthy? Why am I so healthy? Why does my body work so well? Why do people gravitate towards me? And I, in a state of excitement, and as if in asking those questions. See, when you ask a question, your mind has to answer. But when you ask it in a positive, why am I so healthy? It doesn't believe you. So, man, why am I so healthy? So guess what? I got a set of weights. I've been consistently walking a little further. Like every week I walk it. Every night I walk so far, right? And then it's getting further and further. I know it's not far, but I'm 2 notches down on my belt in the last 6 weeks. As a result of that, I've got some dumbbells that I've been working. So it's propelling me to actually do the things that create that, and it's now who I am. Late at night I want to go say, you didn't walk. Okay, get up and walk. You didn't do. It's not that much activity, but it's such a difference that it's making a difference. But I have to keep increasing and increasing, and I'm willing to do that because I ask those questions. So here's the thought for the day. Why are you so special? And don't go, I ain't no special. He's special. Yeah, you are actually. You. Yes, you. All of you. Every one of you. If you see this, you're special. God had you watch this for a reason. God had you watch this for a reason. You don't have to believe the God I believe in, but He still had you watch it for a reason. You got more to give than you're giving. You understand? You are blessed far more than you know. And the day you say, why am I so blessed? And expect an answer. And then write down what you really want, even if it looks selfish and greedy. Because if you're not full, you have got nothing to give away. Wow. I've been here already 15 minutes. I apologize. It's the longest one. So it may not be the longest one ever, but I get excited and go forward. And as you notice, I don't edit anything. I just record and put it out there. But thanks for following me. Thanks for keeping me accountable. And let's journey together. If you, I don't have a, well, I don't have a Facebook page for this or an Instagram for this, but since I post this on Facebook, you can leave comments on my Facebook page, and the Facebook page where I post it. I'm just doing this to stay accountable so that I keep doing the next right thing, and that the other thing is I want to inspire you. I'm 62 years old and I'm just starting my life, and my life looks good. I don't mean now where I see me going because of what I'm doing. I'm really excited. My life looks really good. There's two things. I know that financially I'm going to be way better than fine. By the end of this year, the things I expect is incredible. Um, to be able to take my kids to Jamaica to see where their grandparents are from, where I went to school, you know, to swim in the Caribbean Ocean and understand why I will not swim in the lakes here in the state of Washington. Sorry, that's not happening. After you swim in the Caribbean, you're not swimming in the lakes here. They're nasty. I go kayaking, but I'm not getting out in the water unless I fall over. And that's like, it's disgusting. Call me whatever. But after you lived in the Caribbean for 4 years, you did a lot of snorkeling. And the furthest north I swim in the United States in natural water, Fort Lauderdale. And that's disgusting to me. South of Fort Lauderdale, when you get to the Keys, it's beautiful. It's wonderful. So, but to be able to do those things, to be able to be effective in my personal ministry and in my recovery, and there's a handful of us that have more than 10 years. There's a handful of us. It's not, and then there's a smaller percentage that have more than 20 years, and a smaller percentage that have more than 25 years. But we're there, and to watch the new people come in and to know they can, if they do this thing, they'll have this, but they don't have to just be stuck on just being drug free. They can actually free their minds completely and become the individuals that they were created to be and have an impact on the world. So, love y'all. Thank you. Bye.